Hi, my name's Kayla and welcome to my channel. So in this video, this is talking about me, my reading journey, the types of books, like the genres I like, what format of books I like. I'm gonna give you a tour of my library, which is where like probably 80 to 90% of my videos are gonna take place in. It's my little reading zone. I'll go over my bookshelf. I'll go over the theme in the library and the things I've got in it. And yeah, so let's see. I wanted to talk first about myself. So, talking first about me. My name's Kayla. I'm a 27-year-old girl whose hubby is in the military, so I move around a lot. I have been reading since I was little. I actually used to get in trouble when I was in elementary school because me and my friends would bring books to recess and we would swing while we read our books. And the teachers absolutely hated that. They were like, you're supposed to be playing. And we're like, well, we're still exercising. We're still doing something. We're just reading on the swings. And they absolutely hated that. So I've always been reading. I think I really just stopped reading altogether for quite a while. I want to say sometimes in late high school, early college, because I mainly got into video games a lot, and so I was playing a lot of video games. It just didn't really get into reading. But like most of us girlies on BookTok, BookTube, I'm not on TikTok right now. We got back into reading because we were stuck inside for the pandemic. And so I started seeing everybody talk under the sun about all the books that were popular early BookTok times, Throne of Glass, ACOTAR, all the biggies. And so, yeah, I picked some of those up, absolutely fell in love with them, and just started smashing books left and right. My favorite genre of all time is romance. Even when I was younger, I was reading young adult romance continuously. And that has not changed in adulthood. Obviously, just how spicy changed. Now, I was definitely a Wattpad girly growing up, so I'm not new to spice. But I obviously was not allowed to purchase books that had spice in it. But now we have quite a range of them that are available. So you'll primarily find me reading romance. I'll read rom-coms, I'll read contemporary romance, I'll read romantasy, and I'll read dark romance. I'm reading the spectrum. I've dabbled in young adult fantasy, and I do somewhat like it. I won't necessarily always say no to it, but it's not always my favorite. And I don't like high fantasy, so like adult fantasy, high fantasy. Sorry about that. My phone decided I didn't have enough storage because I'm using a phone right now until I can buy an SD card and a tripod. So, I was talking about high fantasy. Not a fan. I'm not a big fan of adult high fantasy. I've tried some of the popular authors. I've got them on my bookshelf that I'll show when I do a tour of the library. I don't like it. I've given it a couple of tries, a couple of different authors. It's not my cup of tea. It's really not my thing, and I'm probably not going to keep trying. The only one that I can tolerate is the Game of Thrones books, and it's because I was reading them with my husband. So like I had somebody that I could talk to, and we were reading them in like small bursts. I can't just sit and read a high fantasy. It just does not work. So yeah, those are my genres that I like to watch. Oh my gosh. Those are the genres that I like to read. Let's see. So next I'm going to talk about preference in book format. How do I like to read? I'll read anyway. I'll read hardback, paperback, Kindle app on my phone, Kindle app on my iPad. I will read any format. Audible, which I don't actually own Audible. I'm listening to Audible books through Kindle Unlimited at the moment, but I don't own Audible. But I will read in all formats. If we're looking at physical versions, so hardback versus paperback, I'm a paperback girly. Prefer it. I like it floppy. It's easier to hold. My hand ends up cramping easier when I have to hold a hardback. I've got a cat in here. So for sure, paperback versus hardback. But if I have to say like what's prettiest to sit on my shelf, definitely a hardback. I think a hardback looks, I don't know how loud that was. That was a big truck, but like a moving truck. Anyway, yeah, hardbacks I think look so much prettier on my shelf, but paperbacks are obviously a lot more convenient for me to hold and transport and move around. When it comes to physical versus Kindle, I actually prefer, I love the feel of Kindle books. Oh my gosh, my cat is just confusing me now. I like the feel of paperback books, so if I had to pick, I would purchase a book preferably on like a paperback. But I do definitely get in moods where I would prefer to just sit with my Kindle and just click, 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 and not have to worry about flipping each page, because I am someone that will like constantly look to see like how much farther am I in the book, like compare myself as like I'm progressing through how many pages I've got, and like stress that I'm not far enough. Well, with my Kindle, I'm just like scroll, 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 and I don't even have to think about it until like just the little bottom where it tells me how much time is left in the end of my chapter. So definitely I prefer paperback to Kindle, but they're pretty close because just I get in my moods where I just really, really like my Kindle. I guess I can go ahead and give you a tour of the library then. Let's go. Boom. So, boom. It's a door. You come in. There's Missy Moo Moo. Oh my gosh. There's Amelia. You come in my library, and you'll be greeted with the corner for the cats. So we have cat litter and not the fun stuff. We have a closet that's full of like my husband's, he does Warhammer, so that's mainly his stuff, and some like D&D books and stuff like that, board games, stuff like that. A fan, because sometimes it gets hot in here. The TBR cart, woo! We'll get to see that. I think the first video that's gonna go up that's gonna involve the TBR cart is my October TBR, so we'll get to see all the goodies that are on that. I have awesome candle hanging lights. I would turn them on right now, but it's the day, so it's not going to do anything. I have pumpkin hanging lights, if you have not picked it up yet. It's a Halloween themed library. So I have a Halloween photo. Let me go ahead and say it. Boom. Halloween photo. Halloween photo. Absolutely adore it. I've got a ghost blanket with like a, what is this color? Orange and black plaid. My hand, I'm gonna have to cut her out. Anyways, yep, I got Jack the Skeleton. He's a weighted plush, so he's heavy on the bottom. Got some Halloween pillows and some random miscellaneous not Halloween things. My green rug, got a cat bed, more cat stuff, and boom, got my laptop on the floor. I've got some Build-A-Bear, Eevee plushies, Pokemon plushies, and then we have Harry Potter Lego over there. Now we have the massive bookshelf that spans an entire wall. Are we ready? I'm gonna have to do this facing frontwards because I don't even know what I just did. Anyways, I'm gonna have to do this facing frontwards, and this is gonna be a little bit annoying. So we have, and I hope it's right, this is like language learning books. These are some of my husband's books, some of my old textbooks from college. Those are some classics. Some more classics. These are more of my husband's books / some like game rule books. Then we have miscellaneous books. They're mine. Those are the Addicted series, Puzzle and Painter book. All the fun stuff. So now we have some anime with some Funkos. I've got Harley Quinn when she was Harleen Quinzel, you know, when she was still a doctor from Suicide Squad, and the Joker from Suicide Squad, and then another Harley Quinn with some manga. We have my husband's Warhammer book. We have some more manga. I don't know how well this is going to turn out, to be completely fair. We got more manga. And oh my gosh, more manga. Then we have some more of my husband's books, plus like some young adult books here. I'll do like a collage thing at the very end. But we have more of my husband's books. I have a cat yelling at me outside because she wants to come in. Here's some more of my husband's books. He's reading the Warrior series right now. These are miscellaneous books that need to leave the library. Here we have Throne of Glass. Woo! Oh, stand up for a second. These are their new pretty covers. Behind it are their older covers. I had a whole copy of those, and then when I reread it, while my husband was listening to them on audiobook for the first time, I was allowed to get the new set. We have some more books back there. Some more young adult books, young adult fantasy books. There's like my Disney retellings. Those were a lot of fun. Here's my Harry Potter shelf. Boom, if I can get it in there. Harry Potter books. Yes, I have read them all, but I read them in adulthood. Is it fuzzy? Don't be fuzzy. I read them in adulthood, the Harry Potter books, but I've been watching the movies for like ever. Here's some more. This is their illustrated copies, which there will be no more of them, from what I heard from the original artist. I think they're getting a new artist, and I'm so nervous. We'll see if they're any good. I really liked the first 3, so we'll see if they're any good. I think this is the start of my romance. So we have like the end of like some fantasy books, and we got some romance. The start of the romance. My Bridgerton shelf with some Juliet in it. Boom. I'm double stacking it on this shelf right here. Let's see if I can get it. Boop. In angle. Cameras are hard. There we go. There's my Magnolia Park series. I read those not too long ago. And I've got like some Lauren Asher back there. Some more down there. Then here is the fantasy. We've got my fantasy romances here and here. My adult ones. Some more here. Over here with some Doctor Who, some like miscellaneous books. We have the Fire and Blood book. That's what House of the Dragons is based off of. Did it get fuzzy? Be salty if it got fuzzy again. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I've only got a phone, tragically. We've got some more Sarah J. Maas here. We got our ACOTAR. We got our Crescent City. I have read the 3rd one of Crescent City. I read it on Kindle. Not a fan, friends. Not a fan. Not a fan. But we won't talk about that here. Boom. We got some more romance fantasy. Here is some more fantasy. These ones are my husband's. I have not read these, but I read these, and they were not great. I did read these. Did not like them at all. But I did like this one, so I'm not sure how that works out. And then here's my regular fantasy. I liked these ones. I DNF'd these. I DNF'd this whole row. And there's my library. I guess now I'll just talk about what I want. Why did I even make a channel? Well, because I watch Book Girlies talk all the time on YouTube and see them have so much fun talking with the community and sharing their books and like just, I don't know. I like to read books and I like to talk about them, but like my husband doesn't really care for books, so he doesn't really care to hear me talk about them all the time. So I think YouTube would be a fun place where I could talk about my books, where other people who also enjoy books can listen to me talk about them and comment. I don't know where that cut off, but my cat's food alarm on my phone went off, so it stopped the video. But anyways, this is just, I'm making a channel so I can talk to other people who like books just as much as me and just want to hear me talk about my thoughts and feelings about books and give out recommendations, and hopefully other people can give me recommendations based on what I read, what I like. There's so many books out in the world, and I know I've not even scratched the surface of them. So I would love to hear from other people. And hopefully people can just come and watch my videos and have a good time. Even just put it in the background while you read, because I tend to just put book girly videos on in the background while I read, and just join me and have fun and please be nice. So the schedule as of right now for the channel is I will put a TBR video for the month on the 1st of the month is when it'll be uploaded, and I will do a wrap-up video for the month on the final day of the month, and then each week in between those I'll do one video a week. So for October it's gonna be, which is you'll probably hear about it actually in the next video, because the other video I'm going to post alongside this is my October TBR for 2024. So I guess you'll actually hear about October schedule in the October 2024 TBR video. I'll talk about it then. But each week in between the first and the last, there'll be one video a week. And those will always be posted on Saturdays. And all videos, no matter when, are going to post at 10 a.m. That is shortly after I get off work, so that I can check the comments and chit chat and see what you guys are talking about. So yeah, that is the plan for the channel. Fingers, I swear to Jeebus. Yeah, so hopefully this video gets you to know me a little bit better, makes you want to check out my videos. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and hopefully you can join me again in my library next time. Bye.